Hi listeners, just a very quick message here. Somebody wants to say hello. You'll recognise him. It's Levi. Hi Levi. Sorry, that was a funny voice. Hi Levi, how are you doing?
Hello listeners, I'm doing well.
Good. We've just had lunch at the Wildwood. We had the 3 courses for 15 quid. It was pretty good considering, well, I don't know if the portions were smaller, but some of the thing I had was more expensive than the whole 3 meals put together. I wonder if it was a smaller burger than... Anyway, I'm not complaining, it was very good. Have you been up to much? Have you been doing anything of interest? Oh, you're moving flat again.
Again, yeah. I will be moving to a new flat probably by next month, so that's interesting.
Oh, that's good. That'll be Levi's fourth place of living. That doesn't sound like very good English, but I was telling Levi that I'd been learning Italian, but then I got scared and couldn't say any sentences, so I just said cane. That means dog. That'll have to do. But I promise I'll be more Italian next time I see you. I'll know more words. I do know lots of words, but it's all stuck in my head.
Sometimes I forget how to speak French Creole, and I grew up speaking the language.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, it's been good to catch up with you. We'll speak to you more soon, and you're just lucky to get Uncle John isn't here today.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right, let's do something else, listeners. More soon.
I love protect Shaggy.
How are you? Hope you're fine. This is the Shaggy Show.
Okay, where you go?
Why have I got horns? Oh no.
Oh, it's the Shameless podcast.
Oh, there's gonna be some drama ahead.
All I wanted was a pie, and then I hatched out of an egg.
Okay, bring the mic over. He's ready to record.
Is it metaphorical? Is it deep? Is it deep?
Boy, he's not all that shy is right. Gee.
Blimey, Governor, it's the Shy Life podcast.
Oh my goodness.
Hello, Paul.
Oh, quack, quack, quack.
I dare how he does it.
Excellent.
706.
Bonjour et bienvenue au podcast The Shy Life.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Shy Life podcast with me, Paul the Shy Yeti. How are you doing? I'm all right. So what's this episode going to be about? Well, it's all about Bettina and a little surprise visitor she had the other day. Now, don't worry, you won't know the visitor. She's new to us all, but not new to Bettina, although Bettina hadn't seen her for many years. She just turned up on the door. I shouldn't say too much, except that she was, I guess, a colleague, a fellow actor that Bettina used to sort of work with when she did a lot of European films in mainland Europe back in the 70s. A rival, you could say. A friend. Well, a rival. A friend. A bit of both. Who knows? Anyway, her name is Charlotte Shade, and you'll get to meet in this episode. So let's run the theme music. When we come back, you'll see exactly what happened when Charlotte Shade turned up unexpectedly on Bettina's doorstep. Run that theme music.
Darling, it's the Shy Life podcast.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Yes, but it's a positive thing, Paul. The high life, the shy life.
I'll go anywhere for a potato.
Delicious. Hello, captors. How are you?
Go Shy Yeti.
Oh, I hope he hasn't found out my secret. Think he has.
I love the Yeti's House. It's my favorite thing.
If you thought that was bad, just listen to this.
Yeah, I'm strangely drawn to Yeti Uncle John's ankles as well.
I could eat my body weight in crisps.
Has anyone seen my hot sausage?
It's all gooey and meaty. Yum, 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 yum.
first.
I don't think I'm ready to speak about it.
Here comes the grizzly. Hi there.
It's the Shy Life Podcast.
I can't wait for it to begin.
I like that, yeah.
Marvelous, Paul.
Oh dear, I can't believe that old bag is still around.
Oh, Douglas, how are you? What lovely weather.
Yes, very nice, madam. Very nice indeed. Will you be spending some time in the garden this afternoon?
I'm not sure, darling. August is busy somewhere, so I'm a lady of leisure today. Where's Boo?
Oh, he's just perusing in the library.
Oh, darling, how wonderful! We so rarely use the library. It's good to know that he is enjoying it.
Yes. Well, he's quite a man of letters. He's Boo. I don't think I ever realised, but yes, he likes a good book.
Oh, darling, marvelous. Marvelous.
Meanwhile, in a taxi heading towards Bettina's house.
Hello, listeners. I'm Charlotte Shade, formerly known as Jadwiga's champion, like a Polish queen Jadwiga, because I'm from Poland. But when I started my actress career, I wanted to choose my name to be more approachable for Western audience. I'm heading now to the Bettina. We were the stars of the era. I hope someday she's gonna die before me and I'm gonna be the most famous one from our era. Meanwhile, speaking of the devil, I'm almost on the porch of that old bag.
Meanwhile, back at Bettina's house.
Douglas, who's that?
Madam?
There's a taxi coming up the drive. It's not your Uncle John or something.
Were you aware of a visitor?
No, I wasn't. Oh, Douglas, if we're going to have a visitor that I'm not expecting, I guess you better answer the door.
Oh, good gracious, yeah. How wonderful. I so rarely have to do this. I'll just get my hat.
Yes, do it. I'll wait in the lounge. You can introduce whoever it is.
Right, madam, yes. Oh, gosh, I haven't done this in such a long time. I walk down the corridor, walk. Open the door. And yes, there's definitely somebody getting out of the taxi. No, not getting Uncle John. That's not a Kapow taxi. Good morning, madam.
Good morning. Oh, a ghost butler. It's been ages since I saw a ghost. I'm Charlotte Shade, and I'm here to visit Bettina Dupré.
Right, madam. Okay, I'll just see if she's available. Well, please follow me, and can I take your coat?
Yes, please.
Just hang it here.
Douglas, who is it?
Madam, it's a visitor for you. An old friend of yours, I believe. Charlotte Shade. Please come in, madam.
Oh, my goodness. Charlotte, what are you doing in town?
Oh, Bettina, I'm here for a play in the theater, and your agent gave me your address to let me visit you. It was ages since I saw you last time.
Yes, darling, it must be 20 years, 30 years. It's been an age. How are you? Please sit.
Thank you very much. I'm very good. Still active with my career, getting plenty of main roles those days. I've never been so accomplished as an actor like those days. How are you?
I'm very well. Yes, very busy. I'm regular on a podcast, Shall I podcast? Gets very big figures, very big ratings. I do conventions, of course, and there's been quite a few commentaries for Blu-rays. from some of the old films. I was expecting you maybe to have been there too. They obviously didn't ask you to do the commentaries. What a shame! What a shame! We did do 1 or 2 films together, didn't we, darling?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty busy, so I'm glad I have no time for commentaries for Blu-rays. You know, actual acting is pretty exhausting in my age.
Yes, you are. Gosh, at least 6 months older than me, aren't you, darling? That's what it says in your biography.
No, you're messing up the facts. You are the 6 months older than me.
Really? Darling, can I get you a drink? Would you like tea or coffee, or can I get you something stronger?
Of course, I believe something stronger.
What would you like, darling?
Maybe a sherry?
Yes, of course. Douglas, darling. Can we have 2 sherries? Would you like dry or medium?
A medium one.
I'll have a dry.
Yes, madam. I'll do that now.
He's very good. I never had a butler back in the day, but I always wanted one. And then I discovered that I had a ghost butler in the house who was kind of a little bit bored, Douglas, of course. And I just asked, I said to him, darling, would you like to, get back on the stage, as it were? And some ghosts, they don't have the oomph, but you know what I mean, that they can't physically interact with things. But I'm lucky. Douglas is able to pour a sherry. He's able to carry trays. He's able to do a lot more than some ghosts can. I'm very lucky, very lucky.
Oh, I know what you mean. When I was playing in Phantom of the Opera, there was an actual phantom. The real ghost and the real gentleman, and the way he could touch me. Oh, no man touched me like that.
Oh, darling, sounds lovely. You must meet my husband. I mean, not that that's connected, but I don't know if you know. I've recently remarried. You may even know him, but it's a long story. Yes, he's a painter, August Evans. We've known each other for as I say, it's a long story. I don't know how I can shorten it, but let's just say you will remember him when he was an actor back in the day. He wasn't at our level, obviously. He specialised in a different area of acting. But when I say Damius Trinklehorn, do you remember that name?
Yes, I remember. And I remember your husband when he was aspiring actor. I think he was already in some painting, and probably he was the one that painted my act those days.
I don't know about that, darling. I mean, I was married to Max Dupre. That's where I get my Dupre name. But that was back in the early 60s. We divorced most of the time you knew me, I was free and single, as we all were. Boyfriends in every town. But yes, Damius was he tended to specialise in roles as things like tea kettles and hat stands. He was very good at props, at being props, and it was just the film companies like that. If you needed a cameo, anyway, he was always there. You may not even have noticed him. I know, not particularly observant, but anyway, well, something bad happened. Well, I mean, I told you it's a long story. We met again. He lost his memory, and when he found it again, he decided he was going to be August Evans, the painter. So he's not Damius Trinklehorn anymore. But he still remembered me and was still in love, and we got married a couple of years ago. But he's very, very... if he sees you, he'll paint you. But you can keep your clothes on, darling. He doesn't want to see those saggy old tits. I'm joking.
Of course you're joking. A very romantic story.
Yes.
I'm touched.
Yes, so I heard. But, no. So yes, obviously I was very lucky inheriting this place. So lovely that you can see it. Where do you live? Do you have a little flat somewhere?
Oh, I have a mansion in the France.
Mansion in France, really? Goodness.
Pretty close to the beach.
Yeah, well, you always were a beach fan. Yes. Oh, well, I'm sure it's lovely. Yes, I guess being in constant work, you must get quite a lot of residues, as it were, at your age. Oh, darling, it's so lovely to see you. And any men? Are you married, darling?
Oh no, I've never had time for commitments. I prefer company of younger men when I'm acting in different places of the different countries.
Yes, darling, like a vampire. Oh, I take it you have contact lenses. You didn't used to be able to see more than 6 foot beyond your nose back in the day. You used to have those big glasses, remember? But, it's amazing what they can do. Did you have surgery?
I had a laser surgery, so I don't need anything now. Sometimes I'm wearing some lenses for movies to change color of my eyes, but I'm doing it rarely because mostly they love color of my eyes.
Yes. What is that? Sort of like a reddy colour. I'm joking, darling. I know it's brown. Oh, yes. Very nice. You've always had very nice eyes. Dear. So, what was I going to ask you? Oh, here comes Douglas.
Oh, madam, the sherry, dry sherry?
The medium is for Charlotte. You must give the guest.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologise, madam. I'm slightly out of practice. But there you go. And for you, madam.
Thank you, Douglas. You did very well. Douglas has a very handsome boyfriend.
Oh, madam, please.
No, it's true. I want to tell her. Yes, Douglas's boyfriend, Boo. He was an Italian gentleman. And he's a ghost as well, of course. And they used to work together in the 60s. And Boo was the chauffeur, and of course Douglas was in service. And they worked in the same place as the English ambassador. Is that right, darling, in Rome?
Yes, that is right, yes.
Yes, anyway, you know about ghosts, darling. You know, it's difficult for them to move around. And, Boo found a way of getting here by hiding in a box. It's a long story. Anyway, the two of them are reunited, and they're boyfriends now. I was so happy. I helped matchmake them at Valentine's. It was wonderful. I'm an old romantic. You must remember that about me. I always like people to be happy.
Yes, I'm very happy now, so...
Yes, I wasn't talking about you, darling, but Douglas and Boo are very happy.
That's amazing. I'm very happy to see a very accomplished relationship and partnership. I'm very modern, so gay goals are really high in my heart.
Thank you, madam. I appreciate the support and the kindness. Yes.
It's not a matter of kindness, darling. You're people like everybody else. You might be dead, gay and dead, but you're still people. You have relationships and feelings. It's life or death. But you know what I mean.
Yes, madam. Can I go now?
Yes, darling. We've got so much to catch up with. I don't know if you'd like to see my garden later, darling. There's just so much to show you. We have quite a few acres. Is your garden as big as mine?
No, I'm not into garden, but the beach is humongous, and the view is to kill for.
Well, do you have a swimming pool?
Of course I have swimming pool, only in big size, but I prefer to walk by the beach and swim in the sea, because if you have private beach, then you don't need a pool.
Private beach? I mean, I have considered getting a swimming pool, but the chlorine, my skin, it just, it doesn't like it. and August is allergic to things in water, and but you know, as you say, you only need to jump on a plane, and you can be, you know, in the south of France. You don't really need a pool.
Exactly.
Oh, darling, my phone's ringing. Will you excuse me just a moment? Do enjoy your sherry.
Gonna wait for you.
Good. Hello, darling.
Hi, Bettina. How are you doing? Have I called it a good moment?
Oh, darling, yes. Oh, my goodness. I can't stop long. I do have a visitor, but I need a break.
Oh, really? What? A visitor? An expected visitor?
Oh, no, darling. A surprise visitor.
Oh, I don't like them. I don't like surprise visitors. I tend not to open the front door.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. It takes me back to when we were in lockdown, and that lady knocked on the door, and she needed the toilet.
No, darling, I think I remember you saying at the time.
Yeah, she came in the house, and then she asked if she could borrow a pair of shorts. Oh, God, yeah. Toby gave her a pair of shorts, and we never saw them again. Never saw her again. But I mean, we were just gobsmacked. It was, as I say, it was the middle of the pandemic. We shouldn't let her in. Oh dear, I've still had nightmares about it.
Oh, darling, I don't blame you. Anyway, this is about me.
Oh, sorry. Who was your visitor?
Oh, she's called Charlotte Shade, or as we used to call her, Shady Charlotte.
Shady Charlotte?
Yes, darling. Oh, gosh. She's an actress, if you can call her that. Although, from what she said, she's still in the business. I don't know what business that is. But anyway, no, she's in town. She says she's doing a play, but I can't imagine anyone would employ her to do anything more. Maybe she's serving the drinks in the interval or something.
You're talking about Shady, Bettina.
Oh, darling, this old bag. I haven't seen her in 30 years. I wish it was 40.
Bettina?
Darling, oh, you should come over and meet her. You know, then you'll see what she's like.
Oh, I guess I could.
Oh, is yet your Uncle John free? He could bring you over.
Yeah, possibly. I'll ask him.
Yes, that would be good, darling. Gosh, I'm having to try and make conversation with her. I don't know when she's going to go.
Has she got her suitcases with her?
No, darling. No, thank goodness.
Well, that's something. She won't be staying forever.
No, but any amount of time is too long. I'm plying her with sherry at the moment. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. She might start crying and talking about how much she's missed me. She was always a bit of a hanger-on. I think I always felt that she was like it's like having some sort of little sister hanging around you. Except that she's 6 months older than me, so she wasn't really like a little sister.
I see. And this was when? Like back in the 70s?
Yes, in the 70s.
Did she know Aunt Taffy?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I have to tell her about that. I've been telling her about Damage. I don't think she really remembered him. But I don't know whether I should introduce her to August or not. She was a bit of a lech. I don't know if I want her getting her hands all over August.
Well, I can understand that. Look, I'll speak to Cromitty and get Uncle John, see if he can come over, save you, having to make conversation with her all afternoon.
Oh, darling, will you? That would be wonderful.
Yes, all right. You better get back to her, or she might have stolen the silver or something.
Oh, darling, I wouldn't put it past her.
Dear. All right. I'll see you soon.
All right, darling. Oh gosh, hurry! Quick! Get him to drive faster. I'll pay extra.
All right. Oh gosh. Oh, Paul, who is that? Oh, Bettina. Apparently she's got a guest, Charlotte Shade or something. Have you heard of her? Charlotte Shade. It does ring a bell, but not recently. No, I don't think she's been ringing any bells recently. But yeah, I think she just turned up on Bettina's doorstep. Oh dear, and that's not a good thing? No, not a good thing at all. Well, apparently not anyway. I think they were rivals back in the day. Yeah, I'm worried it might turn into a cat fight, and at their age, they'll break a hip or two. Yes, well. So what's happening? I'm hoping to get Uncle John to take me over. She needs distracting. I think Bettina's finding it quite hard work. But can I come too? I'd like to meet another film star. Of course you can. I was hoping you'd come. Yeah, we will get your Uncle John to take us. Yes, sure. Hello, guys. How you doing? Yes, Uncle John, just the man I wanted. Oh, Paul. I didn't know you cared. Oh, Yeti Uncle John. No, we need you to drive us to Bettina's house. There's a celebrity showed up. Maybe you'd like to meet her. A celebrity? Yes, a celebrity. Another of Bettina's acting friends. Oh, yes. Which one? Would I've heard of her? Well, I'm not sure. I think she was big in European cinema in the 70s. Well, from what she says, she's still acting to this day, but I hadn't really heard of her. Property's not sure. Oh, well, then what's her name? Charlotte. Charlotte Shade. Charlotte, are you kidding me, Paul? What do you mean? Are you kidding me? You've not heard of Charlotte Shade? I hadn't, no. Oh, she was a bombshell back in her day. Oh, I remember when we were students, we used to have posters of her on our wall. All the people in the other dormitory had Marilyn Monroe and Diana Dawes and Lola Bridget Dollar. I can never pronounce her name. Anyway, we had Charlotte Shade because she was all alternate. Alternate, was she? Yes. And she didn't like to wear clothes very often. Yes, Uncle John, we can't say things like this. I'm just saying how it is. I'm not saying I would put a poster like that up these days. But back in the day, well, sounds like you might be Charlotte Shade's one and only fan that's still alive. So you better come in and meet her. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, she can autograph me. She can choose wherever she wants to autograph me. It'll all be fine. I'll get it tattooed. Oh, Yeti Uncle John, this is all sounding very suspect. No, it's fine. I'll be a gentleman. You better be. All right, come on then. Let's get going. We need to get over there as quickly as possible. Bettina said she'd pay more if you drove double the speed. Oh, in that case, that's what I'll do. Oh dear. Oh gosh. Hello listeners, I'm using my new whiz-bang microphone that Levi gave me for my birthday, and Levi's still here, and I want to ask him well, you know, I've been doing these things where I've been talking to my friends from different countries and getting them to tell me words, and I'm really bad at it, but Levi, are there any words from St. Lucia that I could learn?
It depends on what type of words that you're looking to learn.
Well, nothing too rude because this is a family podcast.
Let's see. I could. Okay, for instance, let me give you a word. Let's say to be annoyed. It is a beta.
A beta?
A beta.
A beta?
Yeah, so it's like to annoy someone. So, mistake a bete. So it's like to annoy someone. So he's annoying me.
Would you put it into a whole sentence?
Mistake a bete me.
I can't remember that many words.
Shorter. I can't think of anything right now.
Maybe you should just teach me.
Give me a sentence. I'll just give you something.
Or maybe you should just teach me, because when Gianluca taught me the word for marvelous, that was just a word. So maybe you've taught me a beta. Maybe just single words is the way to go, because my brain can't remember any more than that.
Let me give you a word. Okay, so right now, ada. Well, that means we inside. The cafe.
The cafe.
Inside the cafe.
The cafe. Sounds like the sort of thing I want to be in.
So, let's see. Let me think of the next word. Salty.
Salty.
Can you guess what that means?
Actually, this is French salty, isn't it?
Yes, it's French. It is French.
Yeah. But I kind of forgotten what that word means now.
Sorti là. Get out of there.
Sorti là. That's like on Doctor Who. He says allons-y, which means here we go, or something like that. And so sorti là means get out of here.
Yeah.
It's a bit like allons-y. But it could be.
Repeat. Let's see. So let me give you the next word. Something easy. You think pot, right?
What?
Pot.
Oh, pot.
Cup.
Mm-hmm.
Cup. Pot.
Pot. I can do that. Pot. Yes.
And let me see. What do you call? I'm trying to think of words, but like right now my brain is like I can't think of anything.
So this is San Lucia French, or what sort of, what would you call this?
French Creole.
Oh, okay.
Man, I can't think of single words.
What if you were saying like a mild, like you're saying somebody was awful, or you're saying somebody was terrible, or
chapeau.
Chapeau. I know about chapeau. That's the same as French. That's hat. Yeah. Is there anything like saying you're dreadful, you're awful, or you're
café me mal?
Say again.
Café me. Oui. Oh
yeah.
Café me mal. That means you make me sick.
Oh, okay. Oh well, I know mal being sick. Yeah. Say again though.
Café me. You.
Yeah. Ca. Fe.
Me.
Mal. Yeah. Café me mal. Oh no, I think merci. I think I said the wrong thing.
Yeah, merci.
Oh dear, listeners, I'm no better than I know better. At least I recognise some of the French bits of the French Creole.
So it's like it's also like French, but it's not French at the same time.
Yeah, I definitely know that mal is sick, and like la mer is sea, and things
like chivet.
Chivet. I knew about chapeau.
Chivet. Chapeau elle est têtue. Chapeau elle est têtue.
Oui, très bien. I think it's quite enough. It's not as hard as Italian. There's not as much mucking around with you. French is pretty easy, and I'm still bad at it. So imagine why I struggle with Italian with all that tongue curling. Blah blah blah.
Italian has a lot of tongue twisted.
Yeah, I know.
You have to roll your tongue a lot. Whilst I think for French, it's more vocal modulation. So it's like sometimes it sounds like you're singing. You know.
You see, Gianluca, I've let you down again. Oh, I'm so sorry. I think I should go and have a lie down, listeners. I think you need to lie down. Thank you, Levi.
You're welcome. Next time I'm gonna write down a bunch of phrases and stuff, so that we could actually have an actual French lesson on the podcast.
Yeah, I like it. I'm the world's worst. Look, the thing is, listeners, I'm the world's worst student, so it makes you realise that actually you can't do any worse than me. That's what these lessons are about. You think, gosh, I could have done better than that, and you can, and it'll push you to better yourself. But using me as the sort of, well, okay, we know we wouldn't be as bad as him, but anyway, learning languages with the Shameless podcast. It's the way forward.
Oh, and so the Creole word of the day would be acheter.
Acheter.
To sing.
Acheter. Acheter.
Acheter.
Acheter.
So acheter.
Acheter.
To sing.
Acheter to sing.
Acheter is okay. Acheter. The verb acheter is the same verb or noun? It's to sing. Acheter. Acheter is sing.
I remember they used to teach like you used to have to like. Nous allons, vous avez, ils vont, elles vont, you had to sort of, that's one of the things you did at school, which was kind of very, you were kind of learning it without learning it, if you know what I mean. It's sort of, it's hard, listeners, it's hard. Which is why, like, my international co-hosts, I'm so in awe of them that they can be on the show and it's not their first language, and but it's a bit different with San Lucia. Do you consider what do you consider your first language? What do you use most, say, if you're in San Lucia?
Well, it depends on where you're from, actually, because where I'm from and on the island, we mainly speak English. So French, I'm terrible at French Creole, if I'm being quite honest. And the only time you get to speak it is with like the elderly people. And we've gotten to a point on the island where we are pushing English. So, but English is sort of our first language because of English colonialism, right? Yeah. But we speak French Creole. That's like our second language. But it depends. Like, for instance, my stepfather, right? He cannot speak English at all. So it's where he was born. He was born the outside of the city, whilst inside of the city people mainly speak English. So it depends.
I presume that English was your first language, really. Whereas some of my other co-hosts back home, they wouldn't be speaking English, but they speak it with me, and I become the teacher. It's amazing, isn't it, listeners? I'm an awful student. Maybe I'm an awful teacher as well, but who knows? But anyway, right. Say goodbye, Levi.
Bye-bye, listeners.
Darling, another sherry?
Maybe I should switch to whiskey.
Whiskey? Okay, I wasn't sure. Douglas, Sergeant Douglas, are you there?
I'm there, madam, yes.
Darling, Charlotte would like a whiskey.
Are you sure, Bettina?
Yes, I know she's about her seventh. She had 7 cherries. She doesn't seem to be affecting her, though. So yes, whiskey, but put some water with it.
All right, madam. What about you?
Oh no, darling, do me a gin and tonic, but with no gin, all right?
All right, madam, yes.
There we go. I had a quick word with them. Oh, so, how wonderful. Yes, do you still eat, darling? I mean, I know back in the day you were always watching your figure. You didn't like to eat things. Do you eat things now? I mean, you've got a wonderful figure for your age.
Oh, I eat in the finest restaurants of the world. Mostly at least 2 stars of Michelin. So, the food is so exquisite. The portions are not the big ones, but the food, the quality is another experience. So I can eat as much as I want and never gain any weight.
How lucky. Well, I mean, Douglas, I'm sure, has a few yummy little. I'm sure we can put together a nice little snackette if you're hungry. But I wasn't sure how long you'd be wanting to stay. I guess, do you have a show tonight?
No, today I have a night off, and I wanted to ask you, is old Tappy still around? Because I didn't hear about her for a long time.
Oh, yes, I was going to tell you. Yes, I don't know if you remember. Well, you probably don't. I don't know, you might have heard on the grapevine. But you know how close how close I was with Tappy. And with yourself, the Three Musketeers, they used to call us. Yes.
You two were like a twins, and I was like the younger sister that everyone was looking at, like Lady Diana.
You're delusional. Yes, that's right. That's exactly how it was. Well, anyway, I know we saw you a lot in the 70s, but then, I started working in America more and other places, the Isle of Wight and Borneo, and I didn't see you as often in the 80s, but I stayed in contact with Tappy through most of the 80s, but there we had a bit of a falling out. We both fancied the same man, and he turned out to be a space alien, and it ruined our friendship, and it was too late to repair things, and we lost touch for many years.
Oh, Alien, tell me more about it.
Oh, it's such a long time ago. I pushed it away. So much therapy that I can't speak about it, otherwise it could unlock dangerous anger. But, I told you about the podcast, the Charlotte podcast, darling. I was reunited with Aunt Tappy because the strangest thing happened. Now, Paul's friends with, I don't know if you remember him, he would have been very young back in the 70s, but Aunt Tappy had a nephew called Toppy Smelly, and Paul became great pals with Toppy through podcasting, through Pride 48. And when Paul started doing his podcast, and Toppy, he was doing a podcast called The Smellcast, and they began to collaborate. Paul would always be asking Toppy to be on his show, and Toppy would ask him to be on his. And they were such good pals. And now, and Toppy lives in Pickle Hollow in America, and Aunt Tappy is back home there with him. And, well, we suddenly put two and two together when I started working with Paul on the podcast, that I had known Aunt Tappy, and there was a reuniting, and we've been firm friends again ever since. She's wonderful. She's probably my best friend. Yes, I haven't seen you for years, so you don't take any offense.
Oh, no, I couldn't. And now we didn't speak for many years. I'm not amazed that Tappy switched to podcasting. I bet in her age your face is not screen-friendly anymore.
She was never quite as into the acting as you and I, darling. She did a few cameos. She did the odd thing here and there, but her life went a different way. She got involved with all sorts of things. She spent many years in another dimension. It was all sorts of confusing. I can't say I completely follow it, but no. Anyway, she's back home in America now, and all is well. She's very much enjoying her retirement. There's always something going on in Pickle Hollow. She's a great cook. She's beloved by the Smellcast audience. She's beloved by the Charlotte podcast audience because she often appears with Toppy on the Charlotte podcast. She's amazing for her age because she was so much older than us. Well, give or take a month. But, yes. Oh, well, maybe you'll be able to meet her. Maybe next time she's over. That's if you're still in the UK. I can hear a taxi pulling up. I've got some friends who want to meet you. Talking about the Charlotte podcast. My friend Paul the Shy Yeti, he's the head honcho of the Charlotte podcast. He's a Yeti. I don't know if Cromitty, he's a mad scientist. We joke. He's just a scientist. And yes, Uncle John is driving, but I think Douglas, are you going to let them in, Douglas?
Yes, madam. Just about to let them in.
Just you wait, darling. They'll be so excited to meet you.
It's always flattered to meet the fans.
Hi, Bettina. Hi. Cromitty's just trying to get your Uncle John's coat off. It's a long story. Hello. You must be Charlotte. I heard all about you.
Oh, you're a very handsome fellow.
Thank you. I know. Oh, I'm joking. Yeah, thank you. It's a privilege. I mean, to meet such a star of stage and screen. I just happened to call Bettina and she said you were here, and I hope you don't mind us popping in. Yeah.
Darling, no. Do take a seat.
I don't know if Douglas might want some help in the kitchen. He was mentioning something about nibbles.
Oh, darling, you can help him if you like. I don't know if he needs any help. Boo might be around, I'm not sure. Although he may have fallen asleep in a book.
Well, I'll go and see if Douglas needs any help. Here comes Cromitty and Yeti Uncle John. They're big fans of yours. Guys, come in. Oh, hello, Bettina. It's Charlotte.
Hello, Cromitty. It's nice to meet you.
Oh, it's very nice to meet you. Oh, I recognize your face now that I don't watch many films, so I'm not that good with modern pop culture. But
darling, she's hardly modern.
Yes. Well, now, but I see your face. You look like you did in the 70s.
Darling, don't exaggerate.
She's a beautiful lady.
Yes, well, she's probably had a lot of work, darling. Have you had a lot of work, darling?
Of course not. How dare you, Bettina?
I'm teasing.
Oh, yes. You meet our friend, Yeti Uncle John. Where are you?
Hello. I'm a bit shy.
Darling, since when were you shy?
Since I got the opportunity to meet this lovely lady here.
Yeti Uncle John. Charlotte, Yeti Uncle John is probably your number one fan, at least in this area.
Oh, that's very flattering. I bet you had my posters when you were young.
Oh, I did, yes. When I was a student on my wall. Yes. You were the number one favourite.
Oh, darling, she was hardly pin-up material when you were a student. You're not that old yet, Uncle John.
Please, Bettina, just saying how it was. We liked our famous stars. We didn't like the stars of the time. We liked classic stars, like Charlotte.
Oh, that's a very big compliment for me. Thank you very much.
Yes, well, I mean, and you're still in the business, I hear.
Yes, I currently working in theaters around the world. I had to take a little break from a Broadway because my throat is not good today for singing, so I'm just acting in smaller theaters around capitals of the world.
Oh yes,
she always had trouble with her voice. She was always putting things down her throat that caused problems, but I'm only teasing.
Yes, I thought you had a lovely singing voice, especially in that film, The Stars of 72. Your voice there, I actually have the soundtrack album on vinyl.
Oh, that's lovely. I love soundtrack from that movie.
It sounds good. You must play it to me, Uncle John.
Well, make sure you put cotton wool in your ears, darling. I've got to go and speak to Douglas, make sure he's getting everything right. I don't like Paul working away in the kitchen. He's a guest. I'll make sure he comes back in. You three have a chat. I'll be back in a moment.
Oh, all right, Bettina. Oh, yes, you'll talk with Charlotte. So Charlotte, you've known Bettina for many years. What stories do you have? Oh, yes, what stories do you have?
Oh, I have plenty of them. Do you want a regular one? Also naughty one?
Oh, naughty ones, please. Oh, yes, we want the naughty ones.
I'm just recording this to save it for posterity of sorts, and I'm going to be reading 4 poems from an old collection of mine. This is 2 collections, as it were, mugshots and poetic. I'm going to read 2 from each one. I'm going to be doing another show tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock or something. Yes, anyway, right. First poem I'm going to read is called Cub Up a Tree. Little cub stuck up a tree, climbed so high to chase a bee. Been there some time, how'd he survive? Because he'd found a tasty hive. Those bees were cross, how they wished him gone. But he ate them up, yes, every one. The kind townsfolk tried to help him free, but he growled a bit and aimed his wee. That put them off. Hey, that dirty bear! Yet they passed each day to stand and stare. Still had his paw stuck, could not get down. His baby fur turned chocolate brown. Still slurped his honey, admired the view. Each day it seemed he grew and grew. The townsfolk tried once more to help him out, but he growled a bit and flung his poo about. That put them off, that filthy bear. It still came by each day to point and stare. Whilst big little cub, now growing wide, did fear he'd fall but couldn't hide. Oh, how the branches creaked, it was time to flee. In the panic, his swollen paw came free. Snap, crack, the branch no longer funny. Big little cub fell, farewell to honey. But what lucky chance. Cub landed safe upon the crowd. He squashed them dead. Still those unlucky locals, they did him proud. Big cub alive, the townsfolk all deceased. But they smelt good, rather good to cub. Yes, what a feast. Lovely. No, see, I read a poem before earlier before I was recording about teddy bears, and that was a poem about real bears eating townsfolk. Oh, what a lovely story. So that was from my collection Mugshots. The next poem, if I can find the page, is also from Mugshots. This is called Things Ain't What They Used to Be. Things ain't what they used to be, Part 1. Things ain't what they used to be, nothing outlives change. The shifting sands of time move on, drifting out of range. There are no meringue birds in the old meringue trees. Someone stole their nests as a witty student wheezes. No billy goats across the bridge or evil troll beneath. No toad residing in its hole or wombles on the heath. Things ain't what they used to be. Nothing's built to last. The quality has fallen, or the greats are being recast. E.T. no longer calls his mam. Daleks growing slow. They prefer to just play Scrabble in a cosy bungalow. The Rolling Stones no longer roll. The Beatles busk in mouths. Bill and Ben no longer buddies. The Friends no longer pals. Things ain't what they used to be. Now everyone's a star. Classics to a penny, manufactured by the jar. Alice fled her wonderland, the Thunderbirds have flown. Harry Potter's lost his magic, Jack's poor beanstalk overgrown. The famous 5 are down to 4, the secret 7 split. Lassie's feeling selfish, even Postman Pat has quit. Things ain't what they used to be, nothing's what it was. Why can't it be like that again? Because. Right. Well, the next poem I'm going to read is from the book that followed Mugshots, which is called Poetiquette. It's got a long title. It's called If Diamonds Are Forever, Then Why Did My Diamond Lover Leave? He was made from diamonds, he was made to last, from the rarest gemstone, and yet now his time is past. He should have been the one made to treat me right, meant to be dead precious, so why is he gone tonight? He was supposed to be a stayer, be my very bestest friend, meant to be forever until the very end. Then why, and can you answer, does it seem he's not to be? Could it be that he was flawed perhaps? Well, it seems that way to me. Yes, he was meant to be my darling, and yet he is no longer here. Yes, they made him out of diamonds, but it was a foolish plan, I fear. But why does no one know the reason? Why cannot anyone perceive? Why, if diamonds are forever, did my diamond lover up and leave? Well, you know, if you will make people out of diamonds, things are going to happen. Things are going to go wrong, you know. Right, well, the next poem is also from Poetic, and it's called Somewhere in Between. I'm neither short nor tall enough, nor not hard enough, yet neither camp. Seems life's gone kind of lukewarm, neither hot nor wet, just damp. For my shame, I'm just not mad enough, no, neither harridan nor prude. You could say I've got the balance, I'm first polite, but then I'm rude. I'm caught somewhere in the middle, I'm somewhere in between. And neither am I butch enough, yet never bitch enough for queen. I like to either be the hobo or style freak who's hip. I like to say things that are witty, but I wasn't born to quip. I like to be the one they hate so, or the sort that folk admire. But I just don't seem to register. I do not bore, yet don't inspire. Well, I'm not a natural leader, I just prefer to wait and see. In a crisis, I'm oblivious, though you'll never see me flee. I'm caught somewhere on the edges, or lost someplace down the cracks. I'm just the kind comes to a penny, neither overstressed nor lax. Sure, I'm pretty even-tempered, no, I'll not often tear my hair, though I won't sit there and take it if you decide to not play fair. I have imagination and I use it, but with feet flat on the ground. I don't live up with the cuckoos where my peers can all be found. I'm quite surely indecisive, I'm neither generous nor mean. I'm not the best, I could be bettered, I'm just caught somewhere in between. I'm neither bright nor dull enough, not fast yet never slow. Neither millionaire nor pauper, although I'd love a tad more dough. My views are just not fully formed enough. I'm unambitious, lazy, yes. Will never win awards as yet, nor am I bothered, I'll confess. I'm just not ever going to thrill you. I'm not the most dynamic bod you've seen. I'm neither one nor am I colour. I'm simply floating somewhere in between. But that was called Somewhere in Between. I've not read that poem for absolutely yonks. I've got a couple of minutes. What I might do is read a sequel to a poem I read a minute ago. Things Ain't What They Used to Be Part 1. Well, I also wrote Part 2, so I'll finish off with that. Things ain't what they used to be, nothing's what it was. There's no shiny bright nirvana, no more a wondrous world of Oz. There are no scaly beasties in the lake at Old Loch Ness. No more nice green cakes for Wurzel, it's just cracker bread and cress. Magic roundabout has been condemned, no more for us to ride. No one wears their Jill Fix-It, nor blue Peter badge with pride. Things ain't what they used to be, oh don't it make you weep. Life's a chocolate teapot, there is nothing left to keep. Paddington sits begging with pennies in his cap. The Enterprise can't teleport, for long since sent for scrap. Swap shop stopped its sopping, poor Emu's pecked his last. Mary Poppins in retirement, cackling stories from the past. Things ain't what they used to be, so claim your 15 minutes now. Quality's been sacrificed, and so has Ermintrude the cow. But listen, things are changing, now the TARDIS ventures on. We've a chance now to revisit childhood phase we thought were gone. We're running every programme, those reheated laughs restored. New ideas don't seem original, and they're all brought in from abroad. We want things how they used to be, yet we flounder still because it's a world that's lost in static, a Shangri-La that never was. There we go. Right, well, I'm just going to finish my broadcast, but I'm going to read a few more. But that's not going to be here, so if you're watching this video then you won't get to see what's going to happen next. So anyway, well, thank you anyway for listening, and I shall be back here tomorrow at 9 o'clock. And goodbye. And I'm going to keep reading, but you're not going to get to see it. Goodbye.
cow. That old cow. Oh, dear. Murder her. Oh, dear.
Bettina, what's wrong?
Oh, sorry, I just needed a break. Oh, that old cow. She's stealing my guests from me.
Well, they did come to see her. You did want distraction.
I knew I wanted distraction. I just want to know when she's going to leave.
Well, why is it that, you seem very friendly towards one another?
Oh, darling, I'm an actress. Actress. I'm an actor. And, of course, I can pretend to be friendly with her. But I hate her, and she hates me.
She doesn't seem like she hates you.
No, I know. It must be her best acting role to date. Oh, dear. Oh, darling, you should watch one of her films. You know, the curtains act better than she does. Oh, curtains have got a better complexion than she has. Dear.
Well, I'm sorry she's causing you such trouble.
She wants to meet Aunt Taffy. Aunt Taffy won't want to meet her. She stole one of Aunt Taffy's boyfriends back in the day. Well, when I say stole, I mean she literally stole him. She stole him, and she stuck him in her walk-in safe.
Really?
Yes, darling. No word of a lie. And she was always stealing my boyfriends as well. And my money, and my dresses, and my jewellery, everything. She was a thief.
Don't hear.
I don't care if she hears. I never invited her to my house. She just turned up.
Well, she hasn't seen you for a long time. She's obviously missed you.
There's a reason why I didn't see her for so long. It was deliberate. I was even considering changing my name. And I'm going to kill my agent. Can't believe he gave her my address. She's supposed to be on the list I have of people who the agents never give my address to. Oh, I've got such a headache.
Oh, Bettina, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, why don't you just put your feet up here, and I'll go back in there and talk with the others, and see how things are. And then you needn't speak to her for a few more minutes.
I think that might be a good idea, Bettina. This isn't good for your blood pressure.
Oh, Douglas, I know. Oh, I know. Oh, I feel like crying. I feel like crying.
Madam, should we fetch August?
No, I don't want him to know about her. I don't want him to know about her. She'll just try and steal him too.
Are you sure? I mean, she's. I mean, it's nice to, but she's an old lady.
She is, isn't she? She looks old. Yes. You'd never think we were the same age. I mean, she's 6 months older than me, but oh, darling, I feel sick. I feel sick.
I'll go and speak. You sit.
Oh yes, can I have a paracetamol, darling? 2, get me 2, maybe 3.
I don't think you should have that many. Oh dear. Charlotte, I hear you have a great LGBT following.
Oh yes, I'm supporting Annika's because I believe love is love and everyone are human. Aliens are human, ghosts are humans, pets are humans. Everyone has equal rights to live their lives.
No, yes, that's marvelous. Yes, I support the LGBT community. I'm actually part of it, as is comedy. But I don't know. Sorry, you don't mind me saying this to you, comedy? No. I think we both identify. Well, comedy identifies as bisexual. Do you still identify as bisexual, comedy? Well, I don't know. I had a wife years ago, but more recently I've been exploring
gentleman love, if you know what I mean.
Of course I know what I mean. I was exploring everything I could. Women, ghosts, even vampires. And I think there was a werewolf or two.
Well, it's very, very much. Personally, I'm just I'm fluid. I'm I'm like on a scale. Depends what day of the week it is. But obviously I do admire the lovely ladies. Are you seeing anyone at the moment, Charlotte?
No, you can come later and visit me at my hotel.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. Yeti, Uncle John, remember, I was supposed to be washing your fur tonight. No, it can wait. Guys, are you getting on? Well, are you doing fine? I think there'll be some food coming in a minute. It's lovely to meet you, Charlotte. How are you finding London? I bet you've been here many times.
Yes, I very love London. It's very nice city and have amazing theaters.
Yes. Gosh, are you on the West End or are you off West End?
I'm on the West End.
Gosh, that's marvellous.
Oh, Boo, there you are. Are you coming out to join us?
It sounds busy. What's going on?
An old friend of Bettina's just showed up. Her name's Charlotte. Charlotte Shade.
Sounds familiar.
Apparently they've not seen each other in decades. Madam doesn't exactly seem pleased to see her. Charlotte's currently knocking back her best sherry.
I can hear her, even inside the library. She sounds like a bit of a loudmouth.
Oh, she is, Boo, definitely.
Then I think I'll stay here with my book. Is that okay, sweetie?
Of course, Boo. Anything good?
M.R. James, ghost stories. I'm doing research.
Ha, splendid. Well, I better get back.
Love you, dearest.
Love you too. See you later.
Oh no. I got a cold.
Oh, bless you, sweetheart. You take it easy.
Oh, hey, Douglas, is that Boo in there? I thought he was out with August.
I think that was earlier. Now he's just hiding in the library. I think I'm going to leave him be.
Oh, I don't blame you. Paul, can I have a word with you? Sorry. Back in a moment. What's wrong, Cromarty? I think Yeti Uncle John is getting a bit carried away. You know, he's a fan. And, Charlotte just asked him back to her, I can barely say it, back to her hotel room tonight. Really? Well, I guess he's allowed to, if that's what he wants to do. I don't think it would be good for him. Why? Are you jealous again? Well, you know I have complex feelings about Yeti Uncle John. But beyond that, I hate to say this, but you know how Yeti Uncle John uses people? I'm aware. Yes, well, I think that Charlotte might use him. Well, maybe he needs to have a dose of his own medicine. Oh, Paul, you shouldn't say that. I don't know. How is Bettina? Oh, she does not like this meeting. Oh, I thought they were friends. That's, no, rivals. Yes, they knew each other, but, yeah. I thought they were the Three Musketeers. You know, her and Tappy and Charlotte. That might be what the press said back in the day, but the truth is a lot more complex. Anyway, I suppose we're going to have to sit down and have a meal together or something, and just hope that Bettina doesn't explode. Well, I hope Bettina does not explode. I hope Yeti Uncle John does not explode near Charlotte. Ooh, I don't want to think about that. Anyway, listeners, I think we're running out of time, but yeah, as you can see, the return of Charlotte Shade is bringing up a lot of emotions for Bettina, and I think the quicker we get
out of the house, the better. And we'll just see how it goes, and we'll report back to you after the theme music. But I think it's only fair we have some privacy whilst we're eating and things. So, well, anyway, hopefully this will just be a one-off. Charlotte will be back on the stage. She'll do her little play, and she'll be out of the country, and Bettina need never see her again. But I hope so, Paul. I don't like to see her upset. I don't like to think of her upset. I'd like to. I'm not sure how much I care for her. I mean, I've hardly spoken to her, but all I know is that she's really upsetting Bettina, and Bettina's my friend. So, well, that's how it is for me. Yes, I know. All right, listeners, you take care. We'll be back again soon. There'll be more after the theme music, but yeah. All right. Bye for now. Bye bye. Bettina, that was a wonderful meal.
Darling, it wasn't really a meal, just bits and pieces. But if Charlotte had let us know she was coming, I could have put on something a bit more ambitious. But please forgive me, darling. We didn't have a lot in the larder.
I love the food that your girls serve.
Yes, but I mean, I paid for it. But I'm sorry we haven't been able to meet Boo, and we haven't been able to find him. He's wandered off somewhere, but I think wherever he's gone with August. So maybe they're off painting things. So you'll get to meet August next time. I mean, if there is a next time, darling. Yes. So I guess it must be time for you to go now, all of you, darling. Maybe Uncle John can drop you off at the station as well.
I'll be happy to do that. Yes, I mean, if Charlotte really does want to hang out tonight, if you really would like to see me later, Charlotte, then I can drive you back to your hotel.
Oh, that would be lovely, yes, Uncle John. Of course, I want it.
The only thing is, yes, Uncle John, I think that. Can I have a quick word? Yes. Yes, Uncle John. I think that we need to do that fur washing. Well, why? It can keep. No, but we found I don't like to say it, but there were little nits, eggs in your fur. That's why I was wearing that thick coat earlier. Well, you need to have your fur washed with that really strong shampoo to kill any potential nits. Oh, it's embarrassing. Yes, but it's even more embarrassing if you give nits to Charlotte. So you may have to make an excuse. What's this? Yeti Uncle John has had a dose of nits recently. I've been washing his fur with this shampoo. Although it's pretty much, we have done it 3 times. It does say on the box it needs to be done 4 times. And I was just saying he needs to be careful. Yes. Well, I was hoping to go back to Charlotte's hotel room. Well, surely that will keep for another day. Yes, it would. You don't want to give her nits. No, I don't want to give a famous star Yeti nits. No. Although she's not a Yeti, could she still get Yeti nits? I think so. I think it's possible. So you probably can even have come out today. Oh yes, I've done a bad thing. Okay. Charlotte, I've just remembered I'm working tonight. I'm supposed to be driving all night. Could we postpone to another evening, please?
Oh, yes, of course. It's not a problem.
We'll make sure we swap numbers.
Sure. Just give me a slice of paper.
Yes, well, we can do that in the taxi later on. It's probably time to go. Come on, everybody, get your coats on. Yes. Yes. I'm really sorry, Charlotte. Yeah, we'll definitely need to make another date. Comedy? Is that true? I didn't know you had Yeti nets. Well, it's a long story, but don't worry, Comedy. What's going on? It's fine. Well, listeners. Oh dear. Yeah, okay. Yes, I'm getting my coat.
I gotta go now. Bye. Gotta go. Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Wow. Really? No kidding.
Thank you, darling. And you too. Bye-bye.
This show is part of the Pride 48 network. Find more shows over at pride48.com.
What's going on now? Oh, it's the Shameless podcast. Let's go.
I have a voice. I have a voice.
You have a voice.
You have a voice. We have a voice.
We have a voice.
Unique voices in podcasting.
UnivazPods.net.
That is so cringe, oh my god.
You're a man of culture as well.
Oh, darling, it's been so lovely to see you. You stayed such a long time. I thought that you'd have to rush off, so I'm so pleased that you could stay for 17 hours. No, it's not as long as that. It just feels like it. But anyway, it's been so lovely seeing you again.
Oh, it was so lovely to see you again too, Bettina. I'm very happy that we could catch up. Oh, I have something for you.
Oh,
there's our tickets for my current play.
Oh, thank you, darling. Wonderful. Well, I'm sure we'll be seeing you again. I guess, whilst you're in the country, I'm sure once the play is done, you'll be zooming up somewhere else glamorous and we won't see you again for 30 years. But
probably I'm gonna stay here at least for a year if the play gonna be successful. Probably even maybe 3 or 4 years. It's gonna be a huge success. So we could meet each other on a weekly basis and KK with each other.
Oh, wonderful. Yes, we'll make arrangements. Sorry, I think I've got one of my turns coming on. I'm going to have to sit down. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Oh dear, Bettina does look a bit faint. I'm not surprised after what she just heard. 3 or 4 years. 3 or 4 years? What's that? That's how long Charlotte might be in town. Oh no, surely not. She won't live that long, surely. Well, who knows? With all the young men she hangs out with, she probably steals their life force. Oh dear, I don't know what I'm saying. I think I picked up some of the bitchiness from Bettina. Okay, well, we've got to get in a taxi with her. Just don't let her get her hands on Yeti Uncle John. He's driving, remember? Oh, yes. I'll sit in the front seat. Please do. Oh, gosh. Tina, are you okay?
I'm a little bit breathless, darling. The shock. I think I might need... Douglas, need a brandy. Double brandy, please.
Yes, madam.
Oh, hello, everybody. It's me, August Evans. And Boo, where is Boo? He's around this. What's going on?
I'm sure Bettina will tell you. It's been a long day.
Oh, great. darling. Brandy.
Oh, I'd better go, Bettina. I'm sure it won't be as bad as it seems.
Oh dear. Deep breath. Oh
dear. I do hope things aren't as bad as they seem. Well, who would think that one person being in town could cause so much grief? But anyway, I guess we'll see what happens. Come on, listeners, let's go. And make sure you don't make eye contact with Charlotte. But it would sound like she can't be trusted not to keep her hands off you, unless that's what you'd like. All right, come on, let's go.
Just lovely to see you. Goodbye. See you next time.
Whoa, I love that one. Great show, Paul. Yeah, that was a good shoot. Oh, kitty, kitty, kitty. Kitty. Oh, I love Dee Dee. This is just the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Well, gotta tell you, I didn't expect that.
What the hell just happened on this show? I mean, seriously, reverse it, because I lost. What's going on? What happened?
Man, was that worth it or not? Oh my goodness, that was a darling little show. 706.
That was beautifully done.
darling, she's hardly modern.